Hello and welcome to this Moonfire Malfurion video guide. This is a bit of an off-meta build, but that doesn't mean it's not good. In fact, it's even been used in the HGC. I myself have had pretty extensive success with it at the highest level of Hero League as well. You're going to want to use this build when you don't need Ice Block or when you can get a huge amount of value from consistent long range poke, and that makes it especially good against heroes like Uther or Veigar. We're going to start off by going over the talent build, and then we'll move into some early game, mid game and late game playstyles. Our level 1 talent is going to be MOONBURN. Now this adds a surprising amount of wave clear, which actually makes Malfurion one of the faster clearers in the game, right on par with Tassadar. Our level 4 talent is ELUNE'S. This adds a huge amount of range to all of Malfurion's abilities, and it enables him to root much easier, and it has great synergy with our level 13 talent, Full Moonfire. At level 7, we can only take Cleanse, sadly. This is a must take for all healers, but on Malfurion the other options are severely underwhelming. Both ultimates are fine here at level 10, but I prefer Twilight Dream. This was once the most underestimated skill in the game, but that's been rapidly changing since he came back into the meta. It gives him a very large amount of burst, and it's a very long, very valuable CC. The real hidden power here is in the mana regen, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. We'll be taking Full Moonfire at 13, which allows you to hit the whole wave with Moonfire. It also puts the range over that vision threshold, which allows you to poke much easier and much safer. But the real gem here is that when combined with Twilight Dream, there's absolutely no mana cost while using W on cooldown. Level 16, now this is the crux of the build, Lunar Shower. The really cool thing here is that you can stack it on the ground. You don't need to hit any enemies, you just need to press the ability. When combined with MOONBURN, it allows you to clear waves and camps insanely fast. I think probably the fastest in the game by a large margin. And this is where the poke comes from as well. Once you start getting this stacking up and you start poking the enemies, you're going to be dealing a huge amount of damage. At level 20, Bolt of the Storm is our final talent. It gives you many more tools to both chase and escape, but the really cool thing here is that it opens up Bolt Twilight Dream, and this is the tool that can really win you games consistently. It's obviously a huge CC and it can be right in the middle of the enemy team, and it's a much shorter cast if you press them very close to each other. Our early game is all about stalling. Once we hit the late game, we're going to be doing much more than any other support hero, and we just need to rotate well and clear the lanes to make sure that we don't fall behind. In the mid game, we'll look to use the powerful CC of our Root and Twilight Dream to carry the fights. Try to chain Root off the back of a teammate's CC while always looking for the enemies to step too far forward and allowing us to counter engage with Twilight Dream. Don't be scared to use Twilight Dream as a damage nuke to burst down an out of position enemy hero. Once we hit the late game, we've really come into our own, and there's a huge amount of things that we can do. The first is stalling an objective, which enables us to terrorize the enemy with our long range poke and really whittle them down. The second is camp clearing. We can capture hard and easy camps in a matter of seconds, which can apply pressure to lanes while we stall and poke across the other side of the map. We can also use Bolt of the Storm, either to chase people down when they get low or make the game changing play with Bolt Twilight Dream. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to the team-dignitas YouTube channel for more content like this. If you want to follow me, then you can find me on Twitter at BakeryHeroes, on YouTube at youtube.com/TheNewBakery, or on heroesarth.com.
We're safe in the early game. They took every team fight they needed to, and that is going to be it here in game number 1. GG!